One of the things I've realized in life is that there's blessings in our mistakes, not even directly from like the lesson. Like we talk a lot about like if you mess up, you learn from your mistake. But sometimes is way deeper and way more magical. Like sometimes your mess ups will give you something you could have never thought of. It'll put you in a position where you meet somebody. Like you may go out and do that thing you know you don't need to be doing, but then you might end up meeting somebody in the process when you're doing stuff. Like I think we don't account for the unpredictable things in life. One of my affirmations I say every day is that everything's a step forward. So what that means is like we get too arrogant may not seem like the right word, but I think it is the right word. We get so arrogant when thinking we really control things. Like we think more of ourselves than it actually is. Like things are happening for a reason around us and we don't even really know, and it set us up for something great. And we tend to think, oh, I didn't do this, or we tend to think we're in control of our lives, which we are, but not completely. And we forget that things are happening. You know what I'm saying? You may have, missed out on that apartment that you really wanted and you were on top of your money, so you had to go in the cheaper apartment, but then you meet the love of your life at that new apartment. Like, there's all these things in life that are unpredictable, and we like to think very surface level with mistakes or things are meant to be. When things can happen, like, that's why I don't, okay, and this is really what I want the message to be. I don't really stress out no more, because even in my mess ups, even in my wrongdoings, there's a purpose in even the weird stuff. You know what I mean? I think we overthink it, or we don't think of it as enough, or we try to think we know when we don't know. When you relinquish the need to always understand the reasoning for things and just let things happen, you're going to be surprised like every day. Like I'm surprised with something every day because things just happen, bro. Sometimes I'll mess up on getting up in the morning, but then I learn about how I can do my days when I don't feel like doing the usual routine. Like me, I'm somebody that travels a lot, things happen. So I need to have a different routine when I need to catch up on my sleep, okay? So there's different things I want to do. So like today, I was like, man, you were supposed to get up at this time. You didn't, you stayed in. I really needed the sleep. But anyways, I was able to work on and learn about how I can move on days when I need to catch up on my sleep. How do I want to change my routine? Okay, I can't do that in the morning because it's already too late. We can do this at this time. Like I'm learning things through my mistakes, but it's not directly from my mistake. It's not like, oh, I didn't wake up on time. Okay, now I know I need to wake up on time. No, sometimes just the mistake is putting you on a path that teaches you something else. And I want you to know you're not that important. Like, it's funny because I can be very contradictory, but it's just because I can see multiple perspectives. I hope y'all can kind of see that, but sometimes I'm on this perspective, but there's value in each perspective. And on this perspective, like I'm in control of my life in certain perspectives. Like I got this, but then sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm nothing. I'm a speck of this earth and I'm here for like 0.00% of all of eternity. You know what I'm saying? When you can balance both perspectives, you can kind of win regardless of what's happening because you can choose which perspective is the right one. And when things are going quote unquote wrong or you're making mistakes and you're not learning from the mistakes, you can look at it from this perspective of understanding, look, you're just a person. There's somebody over, there's got to be a God, right? That's just my opinion. Looking over, stuff makes too much sense. Like, why is there a sun that comes up and goes, like, stuff makes too much sense. Why do we have a perfect element in water that, this is me getting deep. But when you have that perspective that you're nothing, that you're humble, you know what I'm saying? It allows you to say, okay, I know this stuff is happening, but it's probably for a reason. Have to have that perspective. And sometimes you got to have this perspective. I'm him. I can do whatever I think I can do. Nobody can mess with me. If you balance those, I'm kind of going a little off topic, but I think it's parallel. It's so important to have those perspectives. But just to remember, when things are going wrong, or even if they're going good, that first thought of the reasoning or the purpose of it, there's usually an even deeper one that you can't imagine. A lot of things I'm doing today, like speaking on this YouTube channel or speaking at schools, was being worked on a long time ago and I didn't know. Like, why was I forced to be the speaker for the group project? Like, in my head, I'm like, this ain't fair. Like, I got a baseball game later. I'm not trying to worry. I'm not trying to study. Like, we can't see beyond the simple reason, but the best reason is usually the one we can't see yet. So what I need you to do is trust whatever is happening. Even though you can't see, you won't see it tomorrow, next week, whatever it may be, there's a bigger purpose and you're not that important. But that's a good thing. That means you don't need to know everything, okay? So just relax and understand somebody else got it. Just trust in God. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you believe in, trust in that. Because life is hard to live when you're trying to get all the answers because you'll never have all the answers. And so it's very hard to find peace without relinquishing the need to know. It's very hard to have peace without trusting some type of, huge being, a God, or, something, And that's just my opinion. There's some people that differ on that. This is me speaking about my own life. I can only have peace when I trust in God. Because I know I can't do this on my own. You feel me? And I make this video just because somebody may relate to it. This isn't me saying this is the only way to think, or there's just Jamar living life and saying, here, y'all do something with it, okay? This may not be the best video to get views, because I really don't know how I'm going to title this video. But I feel like I want to say it because somebody's going to relate to this and need to hear this because it's valuable, because I know it's valuable in my life. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And the channel's been doing really well. I think we just had like 200 views every single day. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. Very crazy. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, notifications. I'm dropping every day at 9:30 ET now instead of 3:30. For some reason, y'all like it when I post in the morning, or the algorithm, whatever you want to call it. So I appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. Peace.